Welcome to the Near Memo, a weekly conversation about search, social, and commerce. What happened, why it matters, and the implications for...
I'm going to talk today about Google SGE finally including links. This has been one of the big criticisms of SGE from the people that are using it, from the SEOs that are using it, is that Google is lifting passages, lifting content from third-party sites without attribution. That's one criticism. The other is that you can't really assess the accuracy of SGE without links. And other AI enhanced search tools, Neva First, which is now gone, as well as most of the others, including Bing, include links and citations. So you can go to the source and assess it or get more information. And so Google is finally doing this. They've got three or four different presentations of this that they're testing in parallel. One is kind of paragraphs of text where they include the relevant link immediately after the content that is associated with it. Another is where they show bulleted lists of information, which is the most common presentation. And then they've got the link at the end of the particular bullet. And then there's another one, which I'm seeing more than the others, which is a little kind of quotation mark at the end of the line. And you click that. I thought it was initially a rollover, but you click it and then you get a drop down that shows you multiple citations. And then you click one of those and you can go to that page. And none of this, that's all a positive development. None of this pertains to local, because the way that local is set up is you've got a vertical list of different places. You click the link and you get the knowledge panel within the SGE experience, and then you click the website and then you can go to the particular website. So
the citation is Google Maps, essentially.
Right. That's right. So
and the net result is everything's 2 clicks away, or most everything's
not
2
in every
clicks away?
case. Not in every case. In this situation where you've got the little quotes, or in the local scenario, you're 2 clicks away from the source material. In the other presentations, I believe it's 1 click. I'm not seeing those as much, but I think that's right. It's just a single click. You see the link and you can click on it. And so that's a very positive development. Now people are sort of parsing and trying to kind of reverse engineer this from an SEO standpoint. We still don't know anything about how consumers are responding to this, really. I think Lily Ray and Glenn Gabe have said that SGE is not showing up in Google Search Console for people, or there's no traffic, really, not much traffic attributable to SGE.
I have 2 theories there. Number one, very few people have enabled Google Labs to see this. Number 2, Google hasn't been sending any links, so where's the traffic going to show up?
Well, right, exactly. So those are very logical explanations. But I think my fear is, while I welcome this development, my fear is this will just preempt everybody else. That Google has this SGE, which still is it's very slow, but it sort of satisfies the need to present AI results, and then having the links will address the concerns about plagiarism and zero click, and people won't go to Bing, or they won't go to Perplexity, or they won't go to the other sites, and it'll be Google kind of preempting all this other stuff. And I think that would be a very sad thing if that were to happen.
So if this were fast, though, would one of these presentations satisfy you as a general search result? Is it fundamentally better, different than what you're getting now?
Well, I think for certain categories of queries it could, right? So in the past, when you did an informational search and you would get an answer, you couldn't really determine how accurate it was. I mean, you could sort of say, that sounds right, or kind of try and verify it in other ways. But now with links, you can, if you see a credible source, you can accept it at face value. So that satisfies the concern about hallucination. And if it's sped up quite a bit, I think it could be, yes, it would be better. But then you're really, we'll have to see how people interact with this, because is it going to be something that drives traffic? Is it going to just be a big 0-click black hole? Especially now that people can take a look at it and say, oh, I see the link and I've got the information. But it's not going to cannibalize traffic across the board.
I also don't think it's a wildly, in local anyway, where there are locations being shown. I don't think it's a wildly different experience than
it's not
what Google has today. So
no, it's
really
redundant. It's redundant.
Yeah,
I mean, what Google should do is they should make the SGE into the local pack. They should just merge those and make that SGE experience a better overall experience with more context and more results.
I mean, but if it is no better and it's slower, why do it at all?
Yep.
Well, if it remains slow, so what Sundar Pichai said on the earnings call, he said a bunch of bland things. Marie Haynes wrote up a kind of an article that was pretty bullish about AI and Google's future. I've taken the position that they're ambivalent about it, but they seem to be less ambivalent. He's saying we're getting good feedback. It's getting faster. We're happy with progress. I think speed is a major issue, but if they can speed it up, I think people will respond to it. It remains to be seen how many of these links are automatically presented, how many of these AI snapshots are presented automatically versus the manual, push the button. If you have to push the button, you're not going to do it. If they show it to you, as they do in most of these local scenarios, then you're going to look at it because it completely dominates the page visually.
Although there's a certain verbosity to the local results that don't strike me as particularly valuable.
It's the local pack is still more useful than the SGE stuff. It's like you've got SGE and then you've got the local pack, and the local pack is better still. So, but it's a significant development. Google had always said they were going to include links. And so we'll see. I mean, I'm just eager to get any user data at all to see what people are doing and what people think. I mean, we can't really extrapolate from our own experiences in this context.
Yeah.
So, but alrighty then. So I guess that brings us to the end of another exciting episode 122. Tell your friends. Thanks for listening. We're getting more subscribers, more downloads, which is encouraging. And we'd love to have you advocate on our behalf if you think we're worthy. So please do so, and we will see you next time.
Thanks for joining David, Mike, and Greg. To stay on top of the latest developments in local, subscribe to our newsletter at nearmedia.co. We'll see you next week.